Hi, my name's Alex McLeod, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to practice mantra. But before we get started, if you'd like to help support this channel, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Have you ever been driving your car and just all of a sudden needed to solve a differential equation? How well did that go? Oftentimes, people will practice mantra and count the number of repetitions while they're chanting. But this has the same effect as driving while trying to do math. Just doesn't work. Takes your mind off of what you're supposed to be doing and distracts you. That's why some cultures have a mala or a rosary or some kind of beaded necklace that they can play with or count the beads in order to keep track of the number of repetitions without having to count. Now, sound is very powerful and it can have a very strong effect on the physical environment. In fact, scientists have levitated small insects using sound waves recently. The ancients knew how strong sound could be and designed mantras to help us affect ourselves with sound. A lot of older mantras are written in Sanskrit, a language based on the effects that sound have on a person. One of the most commonly heard mantras is Om. It is a single word, phrase, syllable in Sanskrit, and it means something akin to give thanks for. Some commonly used mantras are Om Mani Padme Hum, which calls upon the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, which calls upon Ganesha, Om Namah Shivaya, which calls upon Shiva, and Namo Amitofo, which calls upon the Buddha of the Western Paradise, Amitabha Buddha. Now, if you want to start practicing mantra, common advice given is to start with a very large number for the first day and then continue with 300 or so repetitions every day after that. But you don't need to make it so complicated. The important part is that while you're chanting, you should be feeling the sound of the mantra within you. You should be feeling it coming out of you as you chant. You should be focusing completely on chanting the mantra and don't bother counting. If you want to count, use a mala and just do this every time you complete a repetition. Now, you could maybe set a timer for how long you want to do it, and this is probably going to be fairly accurate. You could use a mala, or you could just go until you feel like you've done a lot, because you want to do a large number and you want to be fully absorbed in it. You don't want to be counting them. These numbers that they often give out, in the advice for new practitioners of 800, 900, 1,000, 100,000 repetitions. This is just because they're wanting it to sink in. They don't literally mean these numbers. They want the effects to take place. The reason that they give such large numbers is they're hedging their bets. So what they're doing is giving you such a large number to work on that at some point during that time, you're going to get the results of the mantra. And that's why they give these large numbers. So if you just chant until you feel like it's been a long time, you're probably set, depending on your purpose. But for a new person who doesn't have a spiritual teacher, just chant. Just pick a chant that you like, one that has the results that you want as its purported benefits, and chant it every day. And that's the important part, every day. You can do it a couple times a day, but at least once a day. It's very important to do it at least once a day. The effects of this kind of practice are cumulative, but they'll go away if you do it a lot in one day and then don't do it for a week or two, and then a lot another day and then don't do it for a week or two. You can't just use big one-time practice sessions as your only source of practice. With a mantra practice, you want to be doing it constantly, day in, day out, every single day, until you feel like you're done with that mantra, which may be never. A lot of mantras are meant to be chanted every day for your entire lifetime. But the important thing is that if you pick a mantra that has a fixed benefit, for instance, Ganesha's mantra is a mantra for removing obstacles. If you have an obstacle and you chant Ganesha's mantra and the obstacle gets removed, you don't need to keep chanting. Before I continue, if you'd like to help me grow my YouTube channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. In this video, we talked about why it's important not to be counting while you're chanting, the effects of sound waves on the outside world. We talked about why the most important part of chanting is being absorbed in the chant, feeling the chant, experiencing the chant, and doing nothing else while you're chanting. And we also talked about how you can start your own practice by just picking what you want to practice and chanting, and how the most important part of a practice is to do it daily. Om